awesome. Today is the day of the first annual charity dash off. We're going to be out here delivering food, and I figured, you know what, I don't want to go out without being all warmed up and ready to go, so I'm doing some practice runs here. Going to go out, deliver some food here over the next couple hours. The dash off is going to start at 3:30. The stream will start somewhere around like 3:15. So I'm going to be going head to head against Rideshare Lisa in a battle for bragging rights and charity. This is kind of something we put together flying by the seat of our pants this year, but it's all good. We're excited about it. Opportunity to bless some people headed into the holiday season, and we'll tell you kind of all about this as we know more. Hello, Lisa. How's it going? I'm warming up, getting my training runs in. Yeah, I gotta loosen the muscles. I gotta get rocking and rolling. So my first order of the day, my very first order of the day on Earn by Time was a catering order that paid $30 and took me 5 minutes to deliver. So I am just ready to go. I'm hyped up. This one is not going to be as good of an order, but I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I turned on Earn by Time, boom, catering order, $28 tip. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready. So we're going out here, just gonna work on getting some deliveries done. Super excited. I just kind of tweaked the name of the stream, but we'll try to have the stream live here by around 3:15. This particular stream I'm going to run till about 3 o'clock, and then I'm going to switch over to the other stream. So either that or I just already wasted all of my good orders for the day, Lisa. It's one or the other. So you either should be really scared or really like good to go with it. So this current order is a turbo taco order that I'm doing, and I'm just on Earn by Time. So my big news is, though, so I woke up, and when I checked all my ratings on DoorDash, I was at 4.98. I'm like, well, that's weird, because I've been at 4.96. So and I was like, I don't know how that could have changed. Well, the 1 star that I had disappeared from the ratings, but it got replaced by a 3-star. And then I called DoorDash to get the 3-star removed, and so they did. And I am riding with a 5-star rating on DoorDash for the first time in like 5 months. So I'm super excited for that today. We've got that. We're gonna, for the stream today, we'll kind of talk through like the charity. So Jason's also participating in the challenge today as well. But he's kind of a latecomer, so I didn't get him on the stream. He's not going to be on video, but kind of invite anyone who wants to participate. We're going to do all the proceeds like after YouTube takes their cut, because I can't afford to go above and beyond that right now. But all the proceeds from any super chats during that stream, during the charity dash off stream, that's also going to go to charity as well. So Vitalik, happy Saturday to you. So we're going to just have some fun with a charity dash off, and some people did like turkey trots and races, and I know there's lots of places doing things. Hello, Jackie. Hello from the United States. Hope you are doing well this weekend. So yeah, so that's the big deal. We've got the charity dash off, first annual charity dash off between myself, Lisa, and Jason's also in there as well. But he was a latecomer, so he didn't end up getting on the thumbnail. And he's going to be participating. And any one of you who wants to participate and donate your proceeds to a charity, then you're also welcome to do that as well. I'm not from Arkansas, I'm from Florida. So, but happy Saturday to you nonetheless. So I'm just doing a warm-up. We have a charity dash off that's going to be going on this channel at 3:15 today. We're going to have people who are going to be out delivering gig work, and all the proceeds from that is going to go towards different charities of the Dashers' choosings. So Lisa is playing for Toys for Tots. Jason is playing for Angel Tree, I believe, and I am playing for Hope City Church. So we all have our different charities that we are playing for. So all of our all of our income from our dashes are going to go to those charities, and then any super chat money that comes in during the dash off, which will be about 3 hours, is also going to be on that. Lisa's going to be on camera as well as me on the stream. It's kind of my first dual stream that we're trying to get this figured out. So hopefully we won't have any major glitches. And hopefully, at least if one of our cameras glitches, at least the other person will be doing well to keep things going. So we're super excited for it. So you can cheer us on and yeah, basically kind of have all that stuff going on. So yeah, we're super excited about it. So I'm just getting some practice runs. My car's got 3/4 a tank of gas, but I'm probably gonna just top her off just so I don't even have to think about gas during the dash off. And yeah, we're super excited about how all of that is gonna be going. So looking forward to it, and just gonna have a fun celebration. And the biggest that I've had so far has been $50. But that was not a charity. That's just the biggest super chat that I've had so far. It's a $50 super chat. So that's, yeah. So we're gonna have some fun with it. Looking forward to it. Just kind of something spur of the moment. It was actually kind of spurred on by Lisa's and my teams playing each other in college football today. Myself as a Hurricanes fan and her as Syracuse Orange. So our two football teams were playing. So that was kind of like the evolution. We've kind of put it together on basically in the last couple of days, getting all the details ironed out. Thank you, NAC. Yeah, I mean, so we've just had, it's been less than a month that we've had super chats and memberships going, but we do have a membership goal. We'd love to get 5 more members on the channel. That'll get us to 25 members and unlock a new tier. There's $2 and $5 a month options for you, or you can gift a like amount to other people if you wish to do so as well. And in addition, we did hit 1,400 subscribers overnight. So we closed off the night last night at $13.99, and I thought, well, maybe we'll get it, and we did. We got to 1,400 subscribers. So that's where we're at. We're just kind of grinding away, and we're doing this one here just as, these are some warm-up deliveries. So these are actually to put money in my pocket. So this is to pay the bills, to put food on the table. But I talked with my wife, and she said we're good. We're good. We want to start contributing to our church anyway. So that's where all of our proceeds are going. So everybody's going to win today, and then we're just going to be a battle for bragging rights and everything else. So anyway, that's how we're doing it here today, and I'm excited for it. Have a little bit of fun, give back to charities that are helping people out in a variety of different ways. So super excited about that. Let's see, what is that? Oh, it's going 25 miles though. There's like, so I just got a $30 Instacart. I didn't take it. Going 25 miles to the north. There's got to be about 10 different Publixes between this and that one. So there must be like one particular thing they want. You ended up over 1,400. That was $1,400. I ended the night at 1,399 subscribers, and awesome. So you're basically, well, you're what, like that's almost $300 a day, and that's with Thanksgiving in there as well. So we're dropping off. This is our Turco Taco order that I just took. I'm on Earn by Time because one thing I want to have is I want to have at least a little freedom to decline a couple of orders. So I'm trying to, this is like my last minute cramming here, trying to get my acceptance rate. Yeah, so that's what we got going here. My second, I already locked in a $30 order. That was the first one we did. So I already got $30 for my first hour. So I'm good. I'm happy about that. If I can get $100 personally today, that seems like a good start. And then there's reserve parking everywhere, but we're not really parking. So that's what I figure. I can get $100 personally, and then whatever we make in those 3 hours for charity, and That'd be a pretty good day. All right, let me go drop this off. Alright, we're gonna get this thing all turned around. Yeah, hey, $2,000 weeks are tough. I tried one in the spring while we were still, but it was like right after, it was before the Tiers program came on, but right after they kind of temporarily discontinued the catering program. And so it didn't work out well. But yeah, $2,000 weeks, they're hard to come by and they're good work when we get it. All right, we're gonna complete our delivery here. $8.45. No complaints whatsoever. $4.45 base pay, $4 tip. So we will take that. I'm actually not even like turning stuff off right now because I just want to get as many orders completed as we can. My goal is to, like, if I could be at like 75% acceptance rate with a 5-star rating going into the next few hours, I would love it. I also don't want to completely tank my acceptance rate for supper. I've actually thought if it's available, I may actually try earn by time for DoorDash, especially for the first couple hours at 3:30 to 5. I'm trying. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think is the best strategy for a challenge starting at 3:30? I think I definitely need to be thinking Instacart. I've thought about going for a home run with Shipt, but then I might not know for like 3 weeks what I get tipped on Shipt. So I don't know how that would work. I know you do it without catering, Kaylee. You were a beast this week. So in my market, it's just hard to do. I've got too many people who grab everything. You have to be like instantaneous. How's it going? I am doing some food delivery. We've got a food delivery dash off for charity that's coming up this afternoon. So I'm just kind of warming myself up here. Kind of seeing where I like to always know where the orders are coming in from. Doesn't mean it's where they'll be, but sometimes you can start to pick up some trends for the day. So I just dropped off a taco order. I'm going to head back towards downtown, and somewhere between now and 3 o'clock, I'm going to top off the tank of gas, so that way I'll just be ready to go for the dash off. So it's going to be from 3:30 till the end of the Miami Hurricanes game, whatever time that happens to be, which will be roughly 6:30. This is talking Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. I know, it's impressive, Kaylee. I am thoroughly impressed by both your work ethic and the results that you're seeing. So super cool. Super cool, super exciting to see. And you've been able to bust through some debt, and that makes it pretty fun as well. All right, so I've got everything on here. I'm just zigzagging my way, trying to work my way back towards downtown. I don't even mind mall orders, especially since we got like that huge catering order. So that's That's now 2 catering orders that I've gotten on Earn by Time in the last week, which honestly is nice, because if you're one of the reasons people who are like Platinum Dasher don't want to do Earn by Time is they're worried they're going to miss out on big orders. But if I know I can get catering orders on Earn by Time, you know, even if I'm not the top priority dasher, that's really nice. And that order was so short, I only got like $245 in base pay. It was literally like 3 blocks and everything was ready. So it certainly is a nice feeling to know that, okay, I can be on Earn by Time, and if there happens to be a large catering order on DoorDash, at least I still have a chance to get it, and it's not inherently going to be a bad one. Like the one we had the other day, it was like 14 miles, but it was only a $10 tip. This one was like half a mile and a $28 tip. So I'm excited to know that there are more options. More options to potentially see big orders. Night Watcher, how's it going? I did not watch the end of the Georgia Tech Georgia game, but I saw all the results. Went to like 6 overtimes or something crazy like that last night, and Georgia ended up winning. Georgia Tech blew that game. They had a 14-point lead with like 5.5 minutes to go. They completely blew that game. So we do have other college football games that are going to be rocking and rolling. This isn't specifically a college football thing, but there's big rivalry games today. So you got, and it's some of these rivalry games, they look lopsided on paper, but that doesn't mean they'll be lopsided in the actual scoring, because sometimes the rivalry games just bring out the best. Like, I don't know if Michigan can hang with Ohio State, but I'm going to tell you this. Every Michigan player would be at least satisfied with their season if they could at least beat Ohio State here. So, obviously, it's not as good as winning a national championship like they did last year, but Michigan hates Ohio State hates Michigan, and they're going to be doing that. No, I didn't actually watch the Chiefs game. I did see the highlight of the botched snap. It was like, I knew the Raiders were going to find a way to not win, so I was like, I don't want to watch the Chiefs win. I just have no desire to sit and watch the Chiefs win another football game. So, so I just was out delivering yesterday when the Chiefs game happened. I did watch the Dolphins game the other night. Good afternoon, Chessie. So just a friendly reminder to everybody, at right around 3:15 today, we're going to go live with the first annual Dash Off for charity. We invite anyone who wants to and is in the position to. We don't want anyone to feel guilty, but to also, if you want to donate whatever you make towards charity during that, say 3:30 to 6:30 time frame, we'll give you the exact time frame. We certainly invite you guys to do that. So we've got a bunch of charities that are going to be winning today, regardless of who wins, and then the battles for bragging rights. I want to keep it just like super casual, like donate to whatever charity that you want to donate to, and just kind of get a tally of like how much we're able to raise for a variety of charities. And it's kind of our first annual charity dash off. So that's going to be, the stream will go live around 3:15. This stream will cut off probably around like 2:45 to 3 o'clock, something like that, just so I can make sure I got everything ready on the logistics end from my part. So I'm just out doing some warm-up deliveries, trying to just take some stuff, try to boost up that acceptance rate just a little bit. Doing the best I can. Making DoorDash happy. So I am running a 5-star rating on DoorDash for the first time in like 5 months. I had 5-star for a while, and then I started doing some late night runs, and then my rating just took an absolute tank. And so my last 1-star rating that I had was actually all the way back from July. It's taken me probably about 500 deliveries to get that last one finally pushed off the back end. And then I woke up this morning with a 3-star rating from like yesterday or something like that. And so then I called and I had that removed. So I woke up I went to sleep with a 4.6, woke up with a 4.8, and we're now running a 5-star flat. So, got a 5-star rating on DoorDash, which I don't know if that's going to technically help, but according to the rep that I talked to last week, basically they're judging, even as a Platinum Dasher, they're judging you against a bunch of Platinum Dashers and whoever has better metrics, so you can't be better than a 5-star, so at least that should help me with that. Yes, like and subscribe, Tornado Garden. How's it going today? So charity dash off, all super chats that come in the charity dash off are going to be also donated to charity. So we're looking forward to that. Hope you guys can do that. Dude, when you have a troll name and you're trying to get people to say troll names, like you're talking to someone who grew up watching The Simpsons in the 80s. Okay? You got to be better. You got to become a better troll than that. If one of our mods want to take care of Mr. Seymour here. Like, your name gives everything away. Like, don't even try to troll people who grew up watching The Simpsons in the 80s on fake names. Like, just don't even do it. Like, literally, that's all we did in school. I appreciate the try, but level up your trolling game, or go troll I don't know who. Would younger people fall for that? Not children of the 80s though, that's for sure. All right, so we're just out here making some afternoon deliveries. I'm not expecting to be super crazy. We already had one nice one. We had a nice $30 for half-a-mile delivery. That was the first one I took. It was before this stream. Then we did a $8 for probably about 5 miles, something like that, delivery. So we got that down. We're kind of down by the mall here at this point. I'm going to head back towards downtown. That's where I got both of my orders from right away. If we don't get something before then, I might also. I'm actually thinking about. I'm going to leave them on, but unless it's like a huge order on Uber Eats, something with a hidden tip, I'm probably just not taking small Uber Eats orders right now. Mostly focused on trying to get my DoorDash acceptance rate up a little bit before 3:30. I'm at 73%. I'm trying to see if I can deliver enough to get up to 75. And I may try to do earn by time anyway, even once we're going, because at least, well, theoretically, there'd be a steady amount of orders. Might pull out all the stops. I don't know. I'm getting nervous. It's like so much of this is like out of your control. Thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you chatting with us, but troll better. So we'll see. I mean, it is a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that order that came here, it's going 25 miles for $36. You got up to 14, down to 6 because Thanksgiving's over, Kaylee. Just back to being normal old boring DoorDash again. When I had Top Dasher with catering, so I was getting like 2 or 3 good catering orders every supper. But then I wouldn't hold my acceptance rate up except for the final week of the month. When I was doing that, I was like running like 16, 18, up to about 30% if there was a good run of orders. That's about what I would run. Audrey, happy Saturday to you. So, I'm out doing some practice runs before our first annual charity dash off. That's going to be going live at 3:15. So I'm just out here hunting for a couple of more couple more orders, try to get my acceptance rate up before then. It's about the only last minute cramming I can do that might have any value whatsoever. Do this. Yeah, well, I mean, Kaylee, that's how I just generally handle the apps. Is like, if there's no orders, it's just not worth your time to stay out. If you can find ways to stay busy, you know, that's fine. But like even right now, I mean, it's pretty dry out here, but I'm still gonna try to find some orders because I'm out. But especially at the end of the night, there's so many nights I stayed out just like trying to get one more order. Then you finally get the one more order and it takes you 20 minutes away from where home is, and then you got to double all the way back. And that order that would be great if it was a 1 or 2 mile order turns out to be a 20 mile plus order that you got to drive all the way back. And it's like, sure, you hit a goal, but you burn so much more gas in the meantime, and you lost out on sleep, and you lost out on energy for the next day and stuff like that. So I'm just a pretty firm believer in, like, take what they give you, and if they're not giving you anything, time to call it quits. We just had a sale on eBay. We sold a baseball card for $4. All my eBay, Amazon sales, they don't count towards the dash off. It's going to just be for gig delivery work that happens during that time. I also sold a calculator today. I found some calculators, like nice ones, graphing calculators on clearance. That was at Target about a month ago. Sold one yesterday and sold one today, both for $167. So, yep, practice orders. Jaeger, just so you know, my very first order was before this stream even went live. My very first order of DoorDash for the day on Earn by Time was a large catering order from downtown going a half a mile with a $28 tip on it. So they're not just sending bad catering orders to Earn by Time for Platinum Dashers. So that was very exciting to see. Obviously, as my first order of the day, that came through at like 12:15 or something like that. But we had taken one last week, and it was like only $10 for like 14 miles, and it really wasn't a great order. This one was phenomenal. So there is that might give you more reason to do Earn by Time, because it means there's still a chance that you can still get great orders. Also, happy Saturday, Ladybug. Thank you, appreciate it. We're going to be trying to make some money for charity this afternoon too, just so you guys all know. That stream's going to go live at 3:15, the first annual charity dash off. I talked to my wife, and we're good also doing a donation. We're gonna be playing. Our income's going to go to Hope City Church, and Lisa is going to Toys for Tots. Jason's going to be playing for, I believe, Angel Tree, which is like from Salvation Army. So that's going to be for like during the game, during the Hurricanes game. So we'll have that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice orders and trying to get the acceptance rate up just a little bit. But if Earn by Time is available later, I may actually I might start the dash off on Earn by Time. I don't know. So anyway, that's good news. Oh, and my feedback is now up to 5-star. So I am 5-star on DoorDash now at this point in time. So you see no snow here, I can tell you that. No, just sun. Just sun and a white Miami Hurricanes jersey. It's just sun and our light colored roads behind us, but no snow. It was kind of chilly this morning. It was like 60 degrees and windy. Yes, we hit the 1,400 subscribers, Audrey, sometime during the night. Actually, someone commented like in the middle of the night or this morning that they had just subbed off of one of the newest Grassi video that I had done, or I think, or is it? No, it was the Thanksgiving. It was off the Thanksgiving live stream Ridealong. So we hit the 1,400. So we'll I like the repeating numbers. They're kind of fun. My brain likes those. Yeah, it's 23 degrees there. It's like our kids all wore like pants and sweatshirts out this morning. My son was out playing baseball in a sweatshirt this morning in 68-degree and windy weather. Yeah, we're just completely washed out here. But it's a bright sunny day. There are some clouds today, but I just figure I'll warm up a little bit. And so this stream's going to go till about 2:45. We'll do some college football updates, even though this is not a specific college football stream. But I am encouraged. I am encouraged by the fact that Earn by Time does send top level. I mean, it was literally a half mile. It was a half mile delivery. My base pay was $2.45. So I was almost so fast that it was worse. It was almost worse being on Earn by Time. It was that close. All right, here are the games that are going on right now. We've got its rivalry. By the way, I was saying, don't discount how important these rivalry games are to the bad team. And I know it's early, but Michigan is up 7-3 on Ohio State. So as much as Ohio State is the better team than Michigan this year, every single player on Michigan would love nothing more than to beat Ohio State at Ohio State. So Tennessee, number 8 Tennessee, is also losing early to Vanderbilt 17-7. It's early in the second quarter. Another rivalry game that's not specifically ranked teams, but Louisville is beating Kentucky 17-0. Clemson and South Carolina, that game is currently tied 7-7. Both of those teams are ranked. And I would imagine South Carolina probably doesn't have a shot at the playoff, but Clemson might be fighting. I think if Clemson wins and Miami loses, then I think Clemson makes the ACC championship. So I think that's how that's going. So Clemson is 2 losses. So I'm not 100% sure, but I would think if South Carolina wins, let me check the ACC standings because I really don't know. I don't know the exact scenarios, but we might. You hate both of them. Cheer for a tie. Yeah, so technically, it's Clemson or Miami for the final spot. So I'm not sure what happens I'm pretty sure if Miami wins, they're in. Yeah, me and you both, Jaeger, we're just like stuck on that spark list. I should try again here while we're waiting. While we are waiting. Just football, not the actual state, not the actual town, not the people in those places. Just their football. All right, does anyone know? Julissa says she still can't get on to the lives. How's it going, Stardashians? Is there a chance that on this channel, public subscriber, I have no idea. Does anybody know why poor Julissa cannot get on? Hey, Cowboys got a winning streak going on. Don't mess with the Cowboys. Yeah, if you actually look at the game, Dolphins didn't play that well. And yet, you could argue there's basically two plays that lost the game for them. The muff punt at the beginning basically gave a free touchdown to Green Bay. And then at the end of the game, they had the ball first and goal from the 1. They couldn't punch it in. So if you take away 7 from Green Bay and you add 6 to Miami, let's say they missed the extra point or whatever, that's a tie game just on those 2 plays alone. And on the, which again, I mean, Miami lost, but I think Miami played much worse than the score showed in the first half, but they played much better than the score showed in the second half. And so I think the outcome is true. I mean, I don't think anyone would debate that. I mean, Green Bay is definitely among the top 4 teams in the NFC. There's 4 good teams, 4 really good teams in the NFC, from everything that I can tell. And it's the Tua is, I can tell you this, like, Tua's got his flaws, but he's still a better quarterback than anyone we've put out there in years. No, I mean, in that game, Tua was off in the first half for sure, but the play calling in the second half was bad. The tackling was horrible all game, and the muff punt, But I don't blame that loss on Tua. I would say either on the coaching staff not being prepared or not preparing them. I don't know. Well, you got Lions. The Packers have lost to 3 teams. They've lost to the Lions. They've lost to the Vikings. And then, what was their third loss? Basically, the 3 teams ahead of them in the standings are the teams in Eagles, yeah. Eagles, Lions, Vikings, Packers. And who have the Packers lost to? Eagles, Lions, Vikings. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, like, you got 4 teams that have 3 losses or less. Everyone else in the NFC has 5 losses or more. Yeah, I mean, it might be true, Jaeger, and I think the Dolphins' window is closing. I think it's kind of next year or bust. I don't think they're going to fire McDaniel after this year unless there's a total team collapse. It's hard if one of your weapons as a quarterback, that being the scramble, is essentially taken away. Like, yeah, that's tough because he already has the height disadvantage. But that can kind of sometimes be helpful when you're scrambling. Tua can't scramble. He just can't risk it. And you can see it. You can see that he can't scramble. So, but I mean, he's still better than anything we've trotted out there for the last 20 years. I still think, when you're 4th and goal on the 1-yard line and you don't hand it to Mostert there, it's not as bad as not handing it to Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl, but it's the same play. You're 4th and 1, you got a bruiser back. You probably could have just handed it to him 4 times in a row and just say, look, stop him. You just got to, I was okay with a 3rd down rollout play, but even so, I would still say in situations like that, just send your best running back. Send your best running back 4 times up the middle. But I mean, I guess that's my point though too. Is like the Packers are a top team. Like I've kind of gone over the Dolphins' schedule ad nauseum. They weren't able to win games they should have won when Tua was out because they didn't have a capable backup quarterback. Like they didn't have a quarterback that could win basic games, and that's what really is going to kill him here. And I still think they got a shot. They got to go 5-0. They got to win out. And if they can go 10-7 and either the Broncos or the Chargers have a couple of missteps, then we've got a pathway. So. Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure. For sure, Josh. I agree with that. I don't think Tua's top 5 in the NFL or anything like that. But I don't compare Tua to the top quarterbacks in the NFL. I compare Tua to who we've trotted out on the field in previous years. And yeah, but I mean, that's truly in any given NFL season. By this point in the season, unless a fluke happens, you kind of know who the best 6 to 8 teams are, right? Now, it doesn't mean a team can't go on a run in the playoffs, but you know what it is. I mean, if Miami makes the playoffs, the odds of them getting just absolutely walloped in the first round, like if Miami makes the 7 seed, right now they're facing the Bills in Buffalo. Like, I don't see a world in which we win that game right now. So, I actually think the interesting thing is the best thing the Dolphins have done was Jonnu Smith. Tua having that dump off over the middle. But then I think sometimes it becomes almost too easy for Tua, and now he's not taking the deep shots. I mean, Tua's averaging 50 yards a game this year to Tyreek. So obviously there's something there. But yeah, I mean, that's the problem. But what do you do, right? So this is always the issue because of the way the NFL draft is set up and everything. Jaeger, that's more than just Tua, though. That's more than just Tua. I think it's psychologically, I think it's a team thing. I think that's the issue is I think it's just as a team, they're just not they're not ready to go in and play. But when you hear the narrative and you're told it over and over again, the problem is you start to believe things. You start to believe things people say about you when you hear it over and over again. Like a lot of these guys, I mean, some of the players on the Dolphins went to the University of Wisconsin. They went to Midwestern, upper Midwest schools. But there has been a general knock on these like Alabama quarterbacks and some of these Southern quarterbacks for struggling. But I don't know if anyone's ever done like an actual study. It would be really interesting to see if quarterbacks who played in northern outdoor stadiums in college do better. Like not just anecdotally, but do they statistically actually do better? It would be an interesting study to work through, honestly. Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's the stats to back that up. You know, 'cause it's always fun to pick on individuals, but you know, specifically, it's like, well, if that's the case, then it goes back on the drafting, right? So like, even if you don't like Tua as the quarterback, yeah, no, I mean, I think that's true, but how far back does their losing? It'd be interesting to see, like, when was the last time the Dolphins actually were good in cold weather games? I mean, I remember Marino not having much issue with that. But again, you're talking one of the all-time greats there with Marino. And I remember that Thanksgiving Day game against the Cowboys in the snow. You know, and I remember there being lots of other cold weather games and snow games, and, you know, never felt like it was bad. The tackling was atrocious that game. Yeah. But, I mean, all-time greats are. And when Grassi was mentioning, too, like, you know, the 49ers, they're from a warm area. They haven't had a problem going into Green Bay beating cold teams. Got people honking at each other. We're just parked at Turco Taco. There's, like, no orders coming through right now. Got all sorts of a mess going on here. So, but I mean, what do you do? Like, if you have an issue with Tua, then you really have an issue with drafting Tua, because Tua is, I think, basically who everyone thought he was. But the problem is there's only so many first round draft picks. There's only one number one draft pick a year. There's not even a guarantee. Finding a great quarterback is hard to do. It's hard to do. Now, do the Dolphins kind of do the Packers thing and draft a top quarterback this year? Not like get one near the end of the first round, but get one of not the top guys. I don't know. Maybe. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be overdrafted. That's my guess. But he's going to be drafted because he'll sell tickets. But I think he'll be overdrafted, which means maybe another quarterback will fall. But it's a quarterback league, and honestly, I don't love that the NFL is a quarterback league. I'm old school football. I don't like how much the quarterback is just seemingly protected at all times. And I think the quarterbacking rules have, indirectly, it's actually led to the opposite of what the NFL wanted. Yeah, no, I mean, Green Bay's got it figured out, but that's exactly it. I mean, and there's a reason why. And the Patriots had it figured out, but they didn't really have it figured out, right? So they had Brady backing up Bledsoe. Brady takes over. He had some time to learn. But then after Brady, they have nothing. So that's the thing, is there was nothing after Brady for the Patriots. It's hard. Finding a good quarterback is hard. I mean, honestly, that's what makes, when you see teams like the Vikings, it makes what they're doing impressive. It also probably means a team like the Vikings are going to be on their way out, early in the playoffs. Because you're just going to not expect that. You want a great quarterback in the playoffs. And, that's just not what the Vikings have. But they have a team that plays really well in the regular season. And even if you have a great quarterback in the playoffs, doesn't mean he's going to win. But you certainly want. If you just generally pick matchups based off of just the quarterback in the playoffs, you're probably going to have a 70% plus success rate of having that picked out. This is the only order we've had in the last 10 minutes. $18 for 25 miles. That's Uber Eats. We're passing on it. I should probably move, but I don't know how much I care to move. We're just chilling, kind of in the shade. I'm not even declining. I'm just waiting for orders to come through. I'm literally ready to take any DoorDash order here. For the next hour and a half. I'm good. But when the NFL makes a league all about quarterbacks, and there's only how many would you say, how many current quarterbacks that have been around for more than 5 years are on a Hall of Fame trajectory? Mahomes, right? Aaron Rodgers is, but he's on the downside of his career. But so you've got that. So just because you even have a great quarterback or someone who was doesn't mean they still are. I mean, just who are you going through? Which teams, how many teams are legitimately happy with their quarterback situation? Probably the Lions. They're probably happy. Packers are probably happy with their quarterback. Obviously the Chiefs are. So there's 3. But I mean, I'm sure there's a few others, but the vast majority of teams, they're on trial deals with these guys. And you got to give them time to develop. I mean, Fields with McDaniel would be interesting. I just don't know. I haven't watched him throw enough to know if his accuracy is there. Like, there's a reason why. Like, to me, Mahomes is what everybody wants, but in general, Mahomes is just kind of that physical freak of nature that he's been able to pass and run so well. But if you look at like the steady quarterbacks, they weren't rushing quarterbacks over the years. And even the ones that were good for a short amount of time just fizzle out because you have to have the arm to do it. Like Cam Newton was amazing for a couple of years, but well, yeah, okay, that's also it. It's also a business. And like, you have to understand with all these things, the fans care more about how the team does than the players do. Bills, Bengals, Chargers. Yep. So as a Dolphins fan, I would argue our front office is horrible. Nobody likes Ross. Nobody likes Greer. I don't think there's. Dolphins fans are split on McDaniel. Dolphins fans are split on Tua. But I don't know of any Dolphins fan that is defending Stephen Ross or is it Brian Greer? Our front office is horrible. There have been a couple of good trades that we've made, but the Dolphins haven't had an offensive line in 20 years, guys. It's been 20 years, and all they keep doing is retooling. They draft like one guy as a token offensive lineman, and they bring in old injured guys who used to be decent, and that's it. Like the Dolphins front office is an absolute mess. And honestly, I think well, okay, so I was not a fan of Flores at all. Yeah, the front office is horrible. But the front office is there because the owner loves the front office, and therefore then our owner is horrible. And that's what I would say. So I mean, even if you have an issue with Tua, then your issue isn't really with Tua. Your issue is with the front office who drafted him. But Flores didn't want Tua, and he made Tua's life a nightmare. And this whole group that was, I don't know. If you've got an issue with Tua, ultimately you have an issue with the Dolphins front office because they had other choices available and they chose Tua over other good choices. And so I'm not saying like Tua should have a forever leash on the Dolphins. But if you just change coaches on Tua again, like you might as well just clean house. Honestly, if you're going to change coaches, literally clean house from the top down. Literally trade off all your assets for draft picks. Trade Tyreek, trade Waddle, trade Jonnu, get a whole brand new front office and start the whole thing over from scratch and just tank next year. But I think the window is still one more year for the Dolphins. But you've got to get serious about fixing the problems that have been the problems. Right. But that's the thing is, Flores was a defensive coach, and he's just because you're a great defensive coordinator doesn't mean you're going to be a great head coach. Now, I always liked Dan Campbell, and before we went through all those things, I wanted to just keep Campbell. And obviously he's showing that he has what he was made of, because when he took over as like an interim head coach, he kept the team from quitting. So this is my best guess. If the Dolphins just tank the rest of the way, then McDaniel's probably gone, and they might blow the whole thing up for next year and do that. But I'm gonna guess that the Dolphins are gonna finish. If I had to guess, they're gonna finish 9-8. They need to finish 10-7 to have a shot at the playoffs, but I'm going to guess that the Dolphins are going to finish 9-8. I think we sweep the Jets. I think we beat the Browns, and I think we beat the 49ers at home. We're going to stumble somewhere. We'll either stumble at Houston, we'll stumble at the Jets, we'll stumble home versus the 49ers. We'll stumble one of those games. We could even stumble at Cleveland if it's a bad enough weather game. We'll stumble somewhere. That's my guess. There are no orders. Yeah, sorry guys. You're hanging out here for a DoorDash and we're just talking football. I mean, I could drive. Like, that's what I should do, is I should move, but I don't care. I got to be on my game for later today. So, yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. Remember, August 8th was always my National Miami Dolphins Day because we always finish 8-8. Well, you can't do that anymore. So I'm going to guess that we finish 9-8. And if we finish 9-8, everybody's coming back next year for one more run. I think the Dolphins sell out for next year. I think you can chalk this year up to you got a Tua injury, but again, the front office botched because we had Mike White, who knew our system and was ready to go, and we ditched him. We kept Skylar Thompson, and then we signed Tyler Huntley. But it appears, from all the insider stuff I've read, it appeared that Flores wanted Tua to fail. And it's one thing to be tough, but like tough love has to also be love. And there was no love there. Flores didn't like Tua. Flores wanted to make Tua fail because Flores wanted to get his own quarterback in there. That's basically the way I've read the situation from everything I've read. Now, will we ever know? I don't know. I mean, Flores, like I said, he's a great defensive coach, but this is an offensive league. You need a good defense, but you have to have offensive-minded coaches. I mean, the very fact that the Dolphins put together that 3-game winning streak after basically being dead in the water shows me that he hasn't lost the team yet for McDaniel. And if they can go 5-0, look, if the Dolphins finish 10-7 this season with some of their bad losses, with Tua's injury in there, I think that's a good coaching job. Now, I do think McDaniels, I don't forget if it's McDaniels or McDaniel, but anyway, he would, I know he's quirky, but I think he would fare well to mature up just a little bit as a coach for next year. Like, his shtick is fine when you're winning. His shtick is probably fine in the locker room, but I think when it comes to the media, when it comes to his public persona, I think he would do well to, I don't think he even needs to necessarily toughen up, but mature up and stop a little bit with some of the funny quips and just go more all out and just say, look, we failed. We didn't do what we needed to do, and we need to fix it. And I'm not stopping until we get this problem fixed and these other things. But here's the other thing about the narratives, right? Narratives are only narratives until you change them. The narrative on the Lions was, well, they can't win on Thanksgiving. Right? But they proved that they could win on Thanksgiving this year. Why? They changed the narrative. Sometimes you just gotta push through stuff that you don't like. And it's not impossible for a warm weather team to win in cold weather. $4 for 3 miles on Uber Eats. I'm not taking that. I'll take any junk that DoorDash sends my way. We're literally sitting in a red zone too. Like, we're sitting, like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we're sitting in a red zone. And they're still not sending us anything. Yeah. And here's the thing, like, I think there's a balance there, Jaeger, and it's not cringe if you're winning. And I think even if he just could simply be his silly self on games that they win, And on the games that they lose, just man up and just take responsibility. If he could just find that next level, I mean, he has to know. I think he gets, unless they completely tank down the end here, you just can't fire him this year based off of the front office not giving you a halfway decent backup quarterback. Like, the front office knew of Tua's injury risk. I mean, and Tua's partly to blame too, because he also knew not to take hits like that, and he still did it. So I just think, I know if they tank down the road, anything can happen. You know, if the Dolphins go 1-4, 2-3, I mean, I think if they end even 8-9, right? So this is a cakewalk schedule. Any reasonable playoff team, would go 4-1 here, and any Super Bowl contender will go 5-0 here. So cold games or not, and what I like about it is, I know this kind of sounds cheesy and cheap, but sometimes, okay, so right, you guys know me. I'm all about life lessons. But I talk about what's one thing that you could do that you would do. So if you could face any team, how's it going, Primal? We're just talking some Dolphins right now. If you could face any team in the cold on the road this year, like any cold weather bad team on the road, who are you picking? Well, you might be picking the Browns, or you might be picking the Jets. I think if we don't go, let's see, right? Your Cowboys fan. Hey, Cowboys got a winning streak right now. It's only 2 games, and I don't think they're technically eliminated yet. $4 for 7 miles on Uber Eats. We're going to pass on that. But if there's 2, you like the Eagles. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, but I don't consider the Cowboys a cold weather team. I mean, I guess there can be cold weather there. You're an Eagles fan. Got it. Yeah, Eagles got a good season going. I hope you get some combination of Eagles, Lions, Vikings, Packers in the 2 NFC divisional rounds. Those 4 teams, those could be like, you could get 2 great divisional games and 1 great NFC championship game. Anyway, I'm not an NFC guy, but I just, seeing those 4 teams go head to head would be awesome. But I'm just saying, like, if you're a Dolphins fan, like, okay, if you can go into Cleveland, or if you can go into New York in super cold weather and beat that narrative, I forget which game comes first. And of course, you don't know what the weather's going to be like either. But Cleveland very well could be below freezing, and depending on when that Jets game is. Let's see. I'll do some research here. I'm just not as... I've lived through so many horrible Dolphins years that I'm just not as down on this team as most Dolphins fans are. I mean, if the Dolphins go 3-2, I think Daniel, he could be in trouble. McDaniels could be in trouble if they go 3-2. But I mean, you're going into Cleveland. It's currently scheduled to be Sunday Night Football. I doubt that that's going to stay Sunday Night Football, unless there's just major implications for some reason. I don't know what that would be. But I mean, that's the last 2 weeks of the season. December 29th, Dolphins at Browns. January 5th, Dolphins at Jets. And you're going to have to win both of those games to have any shot at the playoffs. Thank you, Midnight. Appreciate it. It's the same $4 for 3 mile order that we already declined on Uber Eats. They sent it to us again. Like, down goes the acceptance rate. Like, no, we already did that once. Anyway, let's do some college football updates, because I care more about that today than I do the Dolphins. I don't have to think Dolphins for another week and a half, or a week and a day, or whatever that is. Michigan is still up on Ohio State, guys, 10-3. Tennessee has come all the way back on Vanderbilt now. It's tied up 17-17. Clemson and South Carolina are 7-7. That game's at halftime. Those other two games are late in the second quarter. Another big rivalry game today is Notre Dame at USC. That's a big rivalry, even though Notre Dame is ranked high and USC is not. It's at USC. I would definitely be on alert for an upset there. Auburn, Alabama is another one. And I'll tell you what, Alabama, have they lost caring? I know there's a lot of people who would love to see Ohio State lose. There are a lot of people, especially Michigan fans. Because Michigan fans, you get a national championship last year, and then you can at least kind of partly spoil Ohio State's season this year. It's not, so how long? Oh my goodness, yeah. I would have to have like hundreds of subscribers to want to do an Uber Eats rating climb. Yeah, Florida FSU. Talk about a game that normally is like a lot of fun. Is that Florida State? Washington, Oregon's another rivalry game. Texas A&M. Got another one there. Kansas State, Iowa State. So I mean, there are some good games. Then next week is all the conference championships are next week, right? Or is there nothing next week? Well, so Mountain West is next week. Boise State plays next week, and then Army, Navy. Oh, maybe it's just that they haven't shown everything yet. And bowl games start December 14th. Do you guys realize tomorrow's December 1st? That means the first bowl games start in 2 weeks. Sounds good, Vitalik. Appreciate it. We're gonna have our dash off for charity is gonna start at 3:30. That'll be on a separate stream. But this is gonna go through till about 3 o'clock or whatever. Yeah, no, I mean, Josh, it's the same way. Like, even NFL, it's like I'm very limited in what my actual knowledge is. My actual knowledge of what's going on in the NFL world, it's okay though. Got to put the hours in. All right, sounds good, Vitalik. We're gonna move a little bit here. I mean, I'm all about like vegging, but I'm all caught up on everything here. So let me at least try to find. I'm gonna try to find one or two more orders here. I'm just sitting here burning gas at the moment. So we'll head a little bit further north. There's just absolutely nothing coming through except the same Uber Eats orders over and over again. Well, and remember too, with Uber Eats, there's no penalty-free cancellations. That's not a thing. So if you take anything, I mean, my cancellation rate on Uber is 6%, which is probably too high for what they want anyway. I'm just going to play Uber the way some people play DoorDash. I'm just going to take good offers, and during the peak times, probably get one or two good ones that sneak through, and I can't. I cannot get excited about doing a rating climb on Uber Eats. If y'all want to gift like 100 memberships, then I can do it. But I guarantee you, if I'm doing a rating climb on Uber Eats, I'm just getting smoked. Yeah, it's really dead this afternoon. Our poor charities are maybe not going to do so well. I still think supper could be good tonight. Supper was great last night. That was the best Friday night that I've had in a while. We just did solid like 33s an hour for 4 hours straight. So I'm gonna move a little bit and see if we can catch anything. I'll even leave DoorDash on by the mall. That's how slow it is. Probably get like Popeyes going 12 miles or something. So where should I set up to begin? I'm thinking I should set up near a grocery store as well. Y'all can help me strategize. Lisa might be listening anyway, but you can help me strategize. I feel like I should set up by a grocery store. And I feel like I should maybe just... I'm a little torn between doing earn by time or earn by offer on DoorDash. I don't even know if earn by time is going to be available. But I feel like setting up at grocery at 3:30 in the afternoon, I feel like that's a good play. Gives Instacart some space to do some things. I'm going to head to the gas station and gas up here if I don't get any orders, because I want to be topped off. Yeah, no, I mean, I was thankful to get the one big catering large order on DoorDash. Like, I literally got downtown, turned on earn by time, and it was like, boom. I mean, it was within 30 seconds, so I just hit that perfect timing. So, I'm glad I got that, because otherwise it's been a pretty nothing lunch. One good order. $30 for half a mile. What's your dollars per mile? $60 per mile. So if we don't get any orders here, I'm just going to go gas up. I'm at like 3/4 of a tank, but it's like I just don't even want to think about it. And then I'm done, and then we're good for church tomorrow and all those things. No, like there's nothing coming through on DoorDash. I haven't seen anything on Grubhub. I've seen like 2 or 3 orders on. And remember, like for a lot of people, this is their last day with family that's going to be returning family friends that are headed home. You know, Monday's a normal work day for most people. So you're literally like, you're either going out to eat, you know, or you're going, like down here, you're going to the beach, or you're going out to do something as a family. But that's all right. Nothing says we have to pick the same weekend next year. You know, we're going to have some fun. We're going to make some money. We're going to try this to be the first dual live stream. So Lisa will be, if all works out on the technology side, Lisa will be also in the chat. So she'll be talking to you guys as well. All right, so we're going to gas up here. I'm going to double check, make sure this one's on upside. It should be. Yeah, so it's going to be any gig delivery. So it's going to be any gig delivery app. So technically, I guess catering would count. Because I know nobody's going to be turning down a catering order here if they get one. Though it's very unlikely, of course, that. What do we got? Oh, we got 32 cents a gallon cash back. I'm only going to get like probably 3 or 4 gallons here. But that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. So I'm just topping off the gas, so we're ready to go. I'll probably do a bathroom break here too before it starts. So hopefully I'm just ready to go for 3 hours straight, nonstop. I ate a big breakfast. We took some of the leftover mac and cheese that we had from Thanksgiving, and I added more cheese to it, some extra cream, some extra milk, mixed it all together, and then we cooked up bacon and added it into it. So we had bacon mac and cheese for breakfast. Plus, then we fried up some eggs, and it was all good. No, I just made it. So we used the Snoop Dogg cookbook from Crook to Cook. That was the base mac and cheese recipe. And then I just added extra stuff to make it creamier and everything. I already topped it. It was like 4 gallons. Y'all know the drill with Upside. Get your cash back on your gas. I just got 32 cents a gallon. It was only 4 gallons, but it's an extra $1.20 in my pocket. Oh yeah, no, not the turkey pot pie one. Didn't get to look up that one yet, but we'll find it. We'll find that one eventually. Yes, turkey pot pie. ZKS75E if you want $5 off your first fill up using the Upside app. $5 cash back, I guess is the technical thing. I'm like, yeah, bacon is a breakfast food, so therefore bacon and mac and cheese should be a breakfast food. All right, so step 1 of my plan to win is taken care of. We've got a full tank of gas. Now let's also have a car that doesn't die on us today. That would be good. It is really slow out here. Slow. So I've got 10-10 at halftime. Thank you, American Walmart. So we were just looking at the score not long ago, and Michigan still had the lead. So we're going to stream for about another hour here. Sorry, there's no deliveries going on. That's just what it is right now. I just snagged a $20 Instacart. It's for like 8 items. It's a double delivery. It's lower than what I like, but it is better than doing nothing like we've been doing for the last half an hour. So I'll go get that done. I can get my bathroom break in here as well. How's it going, Sawyer? Happy Saturday to you. So this is probably gonna be the last thing that we do on the stream. We're probably gonna be doing this shopping trip. It's multiples, but it says only 8 items. I don't know how many total units, but it's only 8 unique items. So excited about that. It's $20, nothing crazy, but like I said, we'll stay busy. This will put us at about 60. At about 60 for the day, and we started, I don't know what time we started. 11:30, noon. I'll have to see. I'll check with the DoorDash. $23 units. Who wants a bunch of something? Someone wants 15 oranges. That's 15 of the units. One item. So I'm getting 15 oranges for one person. If they even have them. They want the blood oranges. 15 blood oranges. But this should be easy enough to get done in an hour for sure. We're just a mile or two away from Fresh Market here as we speak. Not even a mile, I guess. Kind of almost up to the plaza that we're in. The other person, what do they want? Salmon, sushi, pad thai, salmon, tomatoes, and cocktail sauce. It's been a while since I've had one, so I don't even know if they carry them here, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind not doing the second order because the second order is further away. So the first order drop-off is nice and close by. It says for the sushi bowl, please do not buy if the tuna looks gray. It's true. It's very true. Do not get gray tuna in your sushi. Alright, Walmart's updating. We got ties everywhere right now. All these rivalry games are tied at the half, headed into the half, coming out of the half, basically. So I'm going to bring you guys in with me. We'll go do some grocery shopping here. Most of the stuff is either going to be ready or not ready. I'm not planning on, it's not a huge order. So I'm planning on just taking what's good and going with it. Not planning on sitting around waiting for sushi to be made or anything like that. All right. Blood orange. They're like a reddish colored orange when you... They look like a normal orange or maybe a slightly darker. But then on the inside, like when you bite into them, it's like juice. I don't know what it's... Is it like an orange hybrid with a plum or something like that? Something weird. So, quick little shopping trip. We will see how, see what's here, see how everything goes. I'm going to do a bathroom break, but I'm not bringing you guys in. Sorry for the disappointment. I'll get a basket for the kid view. Doesn't work quite as well at Fresh Market, but nonetheless. Hold on. It's a fresh market. It's a fresh market order that I'm doing. So, I don't know if you can see that. That one's soft. There's literally, they want 15. There's literally one. But neither of the blood oranges look good. So, we're going to start. There's plenty of navel oranges if they want that, but both of the blood oranges look soft and squishy and not good. Thank you, Walmart, for all the scores. All right. Oh, well, there's only two, and they're both. I'll show you guys. They're like indented, squishy oranges. So we're gonna refund. Call Instacart support. Alright, well that's all we need to do in the produce section. I'm calling Instacart to get other orders done. I can barely hear you. That's scratchy. Yeah, so I am shopping 2 orders, and the order for Udo, they said if it wasn't there, they wanted it refunded, and so I've refunded them, but it said to contact you. I've already contacted the customer, but they already requested a refund anyway. So. That is correct. Udo. Audrey Noel, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you so much. Awesome, thank you. We're out doing some shopping. Yes. Okay, yeah, it refreshed on my end, so everything looks good. No, I'm all good. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. No, we're all good. Thank you. All right. Bye. Taking turns. Taking turns. All right, awesome, Jason. That works great. We're going to invite everybody. We're going to invite everybody who wants to participate in that as well. So, yes, I had a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you had a good Thanksgiving too. Which is fine because this first order keeps me downtown anyway. Save some miles. Gotta find some smoked salmon. Awesome. Awesome. It's cool. It's really fun having a bunch of people come together. Smoked salmon. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna help some people out, and so you know what? Like that's what's cool about all of it. cocktail sauce. I have no idea where it is here. Usually near ketchup, right? There's ketchup. Oh. I found a section. I just don't know if they actually have it. Available. Seven one one 881 5471. All right, we're doing replacements galore here. Awesome, Jason. That's gonna be fun. Cocktail sauce replacement, question mark. It doesn't take much. How much snow do you got there, Walmart's? All right, gotta get two things from the frozen. I didn't see any fresh cocktail sauce. I don't know that. Right here. Looking for pad thai. Could be backwards. Not seeing it. Oh, here. Hold on. Got the pad thai. All right, we're done. Headed to checkout and the drop off. Took us 15 minutes. I don't know what the payoff's going to be here because we lost an entire order. Good afternoon. Just one order today.
We didn't use him.
Yeah, I started with 2, but you guys did not have 15 blood oranges, so that that ended that. I got a barcode to scan today too. Thank you.
66-43. All set, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You're all set.
All right. We cheer for chaos in college football. So let's go, Buckeyes. Blow it. Blow the game, Buckeyes. Because I feel like it's more like the Buckeyes are going to have to blow the game than Michigan's going to win the game this year. But as a sports fan, how long is a championship good for you? Like, let's do college football. Your team wins a college football championship. How long is it good for? And does it matter? Like, so let's put yourself in Michigan fans' shoes. Ugh. Sorry, tossing you guys all around here. Tossing you guys all around. Oh. Who else is there? Is there another team already locked in Big Ten championship game? Gotta get my picture here. Gotta get the car started. It's hot. Not really. Just... Indiana gets it. That's hilarious. And who's on the other side? Or is it so if Ohio State and Penn State lose, is it Indiana, Ohio State? All right, we got to go just a couple of miles here. If that. Let's see what the good old GPS tells us. Oh, Oregon's locked. Got it. So they're battling for who's gonna. Yeah, see, like, my brain doesn't brain that Oregon is in the Big Ten. That just doesn't seem right. Same thing as like Cal and the ACC. You know what I find funny though? Like, going into the season, it was like the SEC people were all like, "Oh my goodness, the SEC is the best. Every game is a battle. It doesn't matter who you play. It's gonna be a battle and all these things. And no team from outside our conference could handle this schedule." Texas goes in. They don't have the hardest schedule in the world, but of course they beat basically almost every SEC team thrown in front of them. Now all of a sudden the SEC fans are like, well, their schedule was so soft. Like, well, wait a second. For years, all you've said as the SEC is that there is no easy game in the SEC until another team comes in and pretty much takes care of their schedule that's put in front of them. Yeah, that does make sense. I just think I find it really funny because it's always been SEC. No team can compete in the SEC other than SEC teams, and every game's a battle. Every game's a battle, and Texas beats up on all their lower teams like easily. And they're like, well, they played a soft schedule. That's why they're so good. Like, your argument is like, it's been a bad argument for years. Like, the whole idea that the bottom half of your conference is better than other conferences, like, no. Maybe you're more physical. It might be a more physical conference. You could have something like that, but like, no, Vanderbilt was never good. There was never a time when Vanderbilt was a hard game. it was just an Alabama-Georgia conference, and everybody just benefited from being in it. No, I agree. Well, now you got like Miami against Cal. And who else do we have? Yeah. You know, it's almost like they should have this conference that's out on the Pacific coast, and you could have like 10 or 12 teams in it. You could call it like the Pacific 10 or Pacific 12, something like that. I know, that's just like such a novel idea, having teams play teams that are located relatively close to them. I would love, this will never happen because there's too much money at stake. I would love to have a regional rivalry random schedule generator for all these teams. You know, giving teams, if you broke teams down into like 3 quadrants based on their previous year, so you have regional teams play each other, you maintain all your traditional rivalries, but it's also random. Like, you could end up having, you know, 2 games a year. It could be like any random teams matched up. There's way too much money at stake for that to ever happen, of course, but instead of all this like scheduling gerrymandering that these teams do. Alright, well, I have no clue what we're actually going to get paid for this order, because we're not going to do the blood orange part of this order because there just wasn't enough stuff there. I don't know what their tip was. I'm hoping the better tip is on this main chunk here. It was originally like $20 for 8 miles. It's instead going to be X dollars for like 2 miles. So the mileage is way better. And I'm happy to be staying downtown. We should get the full base pay, but we will not see the customer tip from the blood orange. So I'm going to guess we're going to get like 15, 16 bucks. Which is not bad. It was not a hard shopping trip. Just had to make a couple of replacements. We're like less than a block away. It's going to be a house here coming up on my right. So we'll figure out which one. All right, we're pulling in. This is just a leave at the door drop off. We're gonna resume our DoorDash while we do this. Maybe we can snag an order while we're delivering this one. Yeah, have a good weekend. It was to meet the customer, but they said to leave at the door, so we did that. I'm just gonna refresh chat here really quick in case there's anything else going on. There is not. Let's see what at least the initial payout shows up as. Gotta back out of here first. $14.14, so we lost $6 from the blood orange, but we saved 8 miles, or saved 7 miles, so I think in the end it's not a bad trade-off. I'll take the less miles. Less miles? Wasn't he a coach? Good old LSU coach. Less miles. So we're talking college football. All right, well, we've got another half an hour or so. I'll probably leave DoorDash on for about 10 more minutes, and if I don't get an order by then, I'll turn DoorDash off because I want to be set up somewhere near downtown. So I need some strategy help. We've got this challenge that's going on. We're battling to make money for charity starting at 3:30 during the Miami Hurricanes game, so I'm going to need your help. The first annual charity dash-off is going to be commencing at 3:30. We've got all sorts of people. I know not all of you are in a position to do so, but if you are in the position that you want to take what you earn over those 3 hours and donate it to charity, then I welcome you to join in. If you're not in the position to do so, you can just cheer us on. And I'll try to figure out how to run a little bit of a scoreboard while still trying to make the maximum amount of money. So it's going to be chaos. Like, it should start slow, but then it's going to like end at the peak of supper. So we'll do our best to keep everything updated, keep a scoreboard. In addition, all super chats that come in, the net proceeds after YouTube takes their cut, all super chats are going to also go to charity. So if you just want to kind of donate through that, I don't know. It's the first annual. It might also be the last annual. Michigan picked off Ohio State. I kind of think it would be a fun thing to come back and do this. It might not be the same exact time of year, or whatever. But I can say first annual, and that way, in case there's a second annual, we're ready to go. Gig Wars official. So I need a strategy, though, guys. I need a strategy. So I'm thinking I might actually set up at Fresh Market, but my big questions are, do I need to go earn by time? Do I need to go earn per offer? Gig Wars official app. I'm gonna run on my channel for today. We're just making it happen, I guess. And I don't know if it'll be something that we can easily, like in the future years, maybe we can actually have people screenshot their orders, and then we could pre-record it and then do it as a short form video. But this year, at least this time, I mean, who knows? If we do it enough, we could do quarterly. Like, the key thing is, like, having some fun, getting some people out who maybe weren't going to be delivering anyway. So, gotcha. I'll have to research for future ones, Shane. We've pulled this together in about a week, so, like, We're gonna go super basic, but I'm gonna be trying. So Lisa's gonna be on camera as well, if we can get everything figured out. So that's why I'm gonna sign off around 3. Between 2:45 and 3, I'm gonna sign off and try to get everything going on the back end, and then we hope to be back live at 3:15. Then the official challenge will start at 3:30. So hopefully we will see all of you guys back. Yeah, I've never even heard of the app, so I don't know much of anything on this one. Now at 3:30, it's right when a new batch of football games will be starting, so maybe there'll be pizza. So I don't know, that's my question. Where do I set up? Do I set up at a grocery store to try to keep Instacart in play? Do I set up at Target to have shipped in play? Like, I don't know. I don't know what my best option is. Do I go for volume? Do I go for quality or quantity? I don't have a lot of flex in my acceptance rate. What I might do, you know what I should probably do is I should probably schedule out a couple of days for DoorDash. About you're better off just streaming stuff on your own platforms, or not necessarily your own platform, but within your own channel, because then it becomes just more of a focus for your core crew, the people who are already subscribing, following along and stuff like that. So all right, I'll do some research for the future, Shane, for sure. But today, I'm going to stream it on StreamYard, and that way Lisa and I can both be talking live as we go, as we do our thing. So that'll kick in, that stream will kick in at 3:15. Net proceeds from all super chats are also going to go to charity during that stream. So that's like I said, it's more likely that Ohio State is the better team, obviously, but doesn't mean they're going to win the game. But it's just more likely that Michigan will self-destruct. Tennessee has taken the lead over Vanderbilt 24-17. Clemson has the lead over South Carolina 14-7. And Illinois leading over Northwestern 28-20. As well as Michigan, Ohio State tied at 10. 4 minutes left in the third quarter, but with Ohio State just getting back the ball. Yeah. Sounds good to me, Josh. I'm game. So Michigan needs a big stop here. I really don't know what to do right now, so I'm just going to go ahead to the crust pizza because there's shade over there. We're honestly kind of just running out the clock here. I don't know how much longer I'm even going to leave DoorDash on, because if they were to send me like a 15-mile order, that's like at least a half an hour. Yeah. I mean, hopefully they wouldn't, but you never know with DoorDash, so. Alright, I have officially ended my dash for now. At this point in time, earn by time is not even, it's not even an option. So, moving their own team. I mean, it's the rivalry game. Like, it's jitters, guys. Like, we as fans look at things as, oh, they're gonna win, they're gonna lose. They're the better team, they should definitely win, but it's just different when you're in the game. Ohio State misses a field goal. It's still, I'm telling you, it's nerves. Like, fans care about national championships and stuff like that, but these players care about these rivalry games. They care, and like I said, like Michigan, even in a down season, they're going to come out their absolute best in this game. And it still might not be enough to win, but it's just not going to be easy. Rivalry games just tend not to be easy wins. Yeah. Last night we had like one person on and there were like 3 people actively talking. Just don't pay attention to the numbers, you know. That's for like any streamer that you're on. Don't pay attention to the numbers, just talk to the streamer, hang out, let them know. All right. My only plan here is to just park, see if we get anything easy, but honestly, I might actually take a little bit of a rest here. So we're like $50 for the stream. The first one actually came through before the stream. That was our catering order on Earn by Time. So we'll do one last little update, and then I think I'm just gonna actually take a break. Might even take like a 10-minute nap. So I just did brunch today. That's all we did. So we did the bacon mac and cheese and eggs for lunch. But I have no other food in here other than my bag of potato chips, which I did not open tonight. So this is what I got. That's a snack. I got that, coconut water. Oh, and I also have an apple. But I'm saving this because I might need it. I might need it. So let me do this. I'm gonna quickly, I got everything on except for DoorDash. We'll quickly run through scores. I think then we're gonna, I hope so, Walmart. I hope it's good. So yeah, we've got 10-10, that Michigan-Ohio State game. Clemson is up on South Carolina 14-7 with a 7-point lead. If Clemson wins and Miami loses, then Clemson is in the ACC championship. If Miami wins, they clinch. Tennessee is up on Vanderbilt 31-17. Vandy got out to a nice lead. Couldn't do anything. They got up to a 14-0 lead, and then they were also up 17-7. And then second half, it's been all Tennessee. Illinois is over Northwestern 28-20. 10-10 Michigan-Ohio State. Rivalry game, no ranked teams in here. Baylor's soundly defeating Kansas 42-17. So, we're just kind of sitting back, relaxing. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go off stream here for just for a little bit. The goal is to have the stream up at 3:15. The actual dash off will start at 3:30. All right, the actual dash off will start at 3:30. So, oh, Louisville in Kentucky? Yeah, for some reason ESPN's not showing that one now. I guess I got to go to more games. Big 34 over Kentucky. Sure, I would love to do your grocery shopping for $4.12 and no tip. Sure. Sure. All right, sounds good. So, what's my strategy, guys? Last chance to talk through. What should my strategy be? Should I set up at Fresh Market go for Instacart orders. If it's available, should I hop on earn by time? Should I stick on earn per offer? Obviously, we'll run all the other apps. But those are the big questions. I mean, if I go on earn per offer, then I can turn on shopping and stuff on DoorDash as well. So it was like 9 items, Walmart's, but it might happen. It might happen. I have no idea. DoorDash by I-75. The thing is, there's actually not a lot of good restaurants over that way. 41. US 41. That's the strip that I stay on normally. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good order at all. Earn per offer. I guess what I'm gonna probably do during my break here, I'm gonna schedule out like the next 7 days in case I manage to lose Top Dasher. Yeah, that's not a good one. In case I lose Top Dasher for the sake of charity. I probably should make sure I can get back on and deliver, because we got important stuff going on here. I don't really want to lose it. And what I'll see, I mean, it's not even, earn by time's not even available. I might also just throw on earn by time from like 3:30 to 4:30. DoorDash towards Miami. Yeah, on the south half. The thing is, between us and Miami, if you guys look at the map, there's like absolutely nothing there. There's like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on traffic, of just absolute nothingness. All right, sounds good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna set up the stream in like 20 minutes. We should be live by 3:15 is the goal, and then the dash off will start at 3:30. Hello, Tim, but we are signing off for right now. We're gonna be, so the first ever, we'll call it first ever, maybe that's better than first annual. The first ever dash off for charity is gonna commence at 3:30. Oh, we had some good orders today, like $50 in a couple hours. So it was pretty slow after lunch, but we had one big one, so that's nice. No, there's nothing. Look at the map. It's just like swamp. Between Naples and Miami is swamp. No, like, there's like not even gas stations for like 30-mile stretches. It's crazy. Like, it's wild. It's like you literally drive through the Everglades. It's crazy. I do want to go over to Miami and do some delivering over there sometime, or go up north and do some delivering up, you know, around Tampa or Venice or different things. Eventually. It's going to be a good way to do like vacations with the family. All right, sorry, I had to connect back to my car Wi-Fi. All right, sorry, I had to connect back to my car Wi-Fi over here. So the plan is, I'm going to take a 20-minute break or so, then we're going to get the stream set up. We'll be live. If we're ready, we might go live early, but aiming for 3:15 going live. Dash off starting at 3:30. You're all welcome to join us and do your own charity stuff, or just dash along with us. And if you're in the position where you need the money for yourself, we understand that too. You can be your own charity during this drive. So it's the most important charity to take care of is your family. So always, always, always make sure they're taken care of first. So we're gonna do that. All super chats that come through on the charity drive are gonna go also to charity as well. The net proceeds after YouTube's fees. It's pretty simple. They take 30%. So it's very simple math to add up together. And yeah, so that's what we got. I'm gonna see you guys in a little bit. Catch you in a while.